For many years, the Vauxhall Astra has sat very near the top of the UK sales charts, despite not being all that near the top of the charts for dynamic ability, quality, practicality or style. However, the latest generation of the Astra has upped its game in pretty much every area. So does the car now have what it takes to trouble the very best small family hatchbacks? In fairness, the latest Astra isn't exactly a huge departure from previous versions when it comes to styling, but the details are a little bit sharper and a little bit crisper. The swept-back headlamps are case in point, and you'll also notice this crease running through both door handles. Talking of door handles, they're body coloured on every single version, as are the bumpers and the door mirrors, and you also get alloy wheels and LED daytime running lights as standard. In fact, aside from the front fog lamps you get on high-end SRI and Elite models, then all Astras look pretty much the same. Inside the Astra 2 there is a lot to like. You get a good view out, there is loads of adjustment for your seating position, and the dashboard is well ordered and mostly easy to use. We say mostly because the infotainment system could be a little bit more intuitive, but it does lend the cabin a fairly high-tech feel, and if you can work out how to use it, it does have some pretty clever functionality. On quality, it is a bit of a mixed bag. This bit of plastic down here between the front seats, along with one or two other bits, is a bit nasty, but most of what you see and touch is finished to an impressively high standard. Also impressive is the Astra's practicality, because there's enough room in the back for two gangly adults to get comfortable, and the boot is a decent size at 370 litres. The vast majority of Astras will be run as company cars, and for that reason most people will automatically choose the engine we've got in this car, the 134 brake horsepower 1.6 litre diesel, because it has the lowest CO2 emissions. It's good as well, it's nice and punchy off the bottom of the rev range, which keeps your life nice and easy, and it stays pretty quiet most of the time as well, although it does get a little bit clattery if you really put your foot down. However, the really smart company car drivers among you will go for the 1 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that gives 103 brake horsepower. The emissions aren't quite as low, but because you escape the 3% diesel surcharge and because the list price is that much lower to begin with, then your monthly tax bills will be even lower. And the petrol is more refined than the diesel and not actually that much slower in the real world. And otherwise, the Astra is a really nice car to drive. The engineers have kept it light, which really pays dividends with the car's agility, and when you chuck in the strong grip, the tightly controlled body movements and the direct steering, then you've got a really impressively nimble feeling car. Granted, there is a slightly firm edge to the ride, which means it's not quite as cosseting as some family hatchbacks, but it is plenty comfortable enough to be getting on with. The latest Astra is now a very polished all-rounder. It's good to drive, pleasant to sit in, well equipped and affordable to buy and run. It's still not the absolute best car of its type, but it really isn't very far off. If you enjoyed watching this video, then click the button to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or leave us a comment in the box below to let us know what you think.